what you make of this. High-profile ABC journalist Laura Tingle has claimed that the Bondi massacre that targeted the Jewish community, this targeted attack on a Jewish festival, was not actually motivated by religion. Speaking on the ABC Politics Now podcast, she said the actions of the alleged gunmen have got nothing to do with religion.
We should be very clear that terrorists, which is what these two men were,
got nothing to do with religion,
and absolutely are radicalised. They were targeting Jews. It is anti-Semitic, but we are ascribing all sorts of things, right?
Yeah, their actions are not based on their religion.
What do you make of that?
I know I've heard it several times now, but my eyes keep getting wider. It hurts. It hurts no matter what ethnicity you are. But what's striking is that this public debate has already shifted from accountability to an interpretation to how this attack is being talked about, as you just said with Laura, right? It sparked all this backlash with critics arguing that her framing minimalizes completely. And her framing is changing this is also changing the way that others quickly can adjust and change as well. Now, as a journalist, words matter. When terrorism targets Jews for being Jewish, clarity is not optional, it's a responsibility. And this moment has exposed a broader discomfort in parts of the media with calling anti-Semitism what it is, even when the facts are completely unmistakable.
We are also hearing more stories about the heroes and some of the bravery that we saw during that horrific attack on Sunday evening at Bondi Beach. And another hero that has to be called out and has to be recognised is 22-year-old police officer Jack Hibbert. He had been on the job for only 4 months and he was seriously injured protecting his community. He's now lost vision in one of his eyes. This was part of the statement from New South Wales Police. Although miraculously surviving, Jack's injuries have resulted in a loss of vision in one of his eyes, and he now faces a long and challenging recovery ahead with additional surgeries required. Jack was simply doing his job, a job he deeply loves, driven by a commitment to protect the community, even at a great personal cost. Now, he absolutely needs to be recognised for his bravery on that day.
Most definitely. And of course, police, they don't often take to X to tell you this is what's happening. He was injured. But in this sense, he did. And that alone tells you how serious this is. And it's a stark reminder that anti-Semitism and terror doesn't only devastate Jewish family. It puts first responders directly in harm's way. Often at the very moment they are running towards danger and we are running the other way, they are there for us. So this is not just about one kind. It affects many.
Absolutely. Now, while I have you, I want to talk to you about what's going on in the United States with some pretty big news over there that FBI Deputy Director Bongino is resigning from his job in January. US President Donald Trump picked the former Secret Service agent for the role in February, and Mr. Bongino wrote in a post on X, "I will be leaving my position with the FBI in January. I want to thank President Trump, AG Bondi and Director Patel for the opportunity to serve with purpose. Most importantly, I want to thank you, my fellow Americans, for the privilege to serve you. God bless America and all those who defend her." What's happened here?
So the only thing that's not surprising is that another announcement is coming out through X, right? So President Trump also hinted earlier that he may return to the media. And also, he was also announced in a very non-traditional choice, right, for the role with no prior FBI background. And his departure raises other questions about leadership transitions at a time at a heightened global security threat, as we both well know. It underscores also how interconnected these conversations are, from counterterrorism to the public trust in institutions. So as we don't know more about this now, it is very alarming. It is very interesting. And we also don't know who's going to be filling his shoes.
Okay, we'll be watching the developments very closely. Ariella Noveck, thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.